For years, the Gilgo Beach serial killer case was this ghost story that haunted Long Island, a string of unsolved murders that just went cold. But just recently, a confession from behind bars has absolutely blown the case wide open, revealing secrets that were hidden for decades, right inside a quiet suburban home. So let's break down what we've just learned. So, Mr. Heuermann, I understand that you are confessing to me on these murders. Just let that sink in. That is the chilling question Rex Heuermann's now ex-wife, Asa Ellerup, asked him during a jailhouse meeting. It's a pivotal moment, and it was just revealed in a new documentary. This is the first time Heuermann confessed to the person he was married to for 27 years. And his answer? Well, it was stunning. He admitted to killing 8 women. 8. A secret he somehow managed to keep from his family and the entire world for decades. So, where did this absolute bombshell revelation even come from? Let's dig into the details of this private confession and how it finally came to light. This crucial piece of the puzzle comes directly from Asa Ellerup herself. She spoke publicly about it in the new Peacock documentary series, and it gives us this terrifying first-hand account of what it was like to confront the man she thought she knew. Heuermann also gave her a horrific detail about where the murders happened. He confirmed they took place in the basement of the very home they all shared. But he said it was only when his wife and kids were away. I mean, this confirms his family had absolutely no idea they were living directly above a crime scene. Okay, so a private confession is one thing, right? But the official legal process, that's another story. And when we look at the official record, there's a slight but really important difference in the numbers. In his official plea deal, Rex Heuermann pleaded guilty to 7 murders. So you're probably thinking, wait a minute, why the difference? 8 to his wife, but only 7 in the plea deal. What's going on there? It is so crucial that we remember the names of the victims. These aren't just numbers. These are the 7 women Heuermann officially pleaded guilty to murdering. Amber Lynn Costello, Megan Waterman, Melissa Barthelemy, Maureen Brainerd Barnes, Valerie Mack, Jessica Taylor, and Sandra Castilla. Their families have waited years and years for this. And here's where those numbers finally line up. While it wasn't formally part of the plea deal, Heuermann also confessed in open court to the murder of Karen Regatta. And that brings the public total to 8, matching exactly what he told his ex-wife. For so long, the biggest question was always, how would they ever catch this killer? Well, let's take a look at the forensic and physical evidence that finally unmasked the man behind these absolutely horrific crimes. This was the breakthrough, a real game changer. You see, many of the victims were found wrapped in burlap sacks. Investigators discovered hairs on that burlap, which, thanks to advanced DNA analysis, were eventually linked directly back to Rex Heuermann. And once investigators finally got inside his home, the picture became even more disturbing. They found a soundproof room in the basement, an arsenal of hundreds of guns, and, maybe the most chilling thing of all, detailed plans for the killings. You know, Suffolk County Prosecutor Ray Tierney really just captured the terrifying reality of it all. His words perfectly illustrate this double life Heuermann was leading. A Manhattan architect and suburban dad by day, and a meticulous serial killer in secret. So while justice for the victims is absolutely paramount, we also have to think about the profound impact these revelations had on the family living under that same roof, completely in the dark. Discovering her husband's secret life just completely shattered Asa Ellerup's world. After 27 years together, their marriage was officially dissolved. A final, necessary break from a nightmare you just can't imagine. Her lawyer, Bob Macedonio, said it best. You can just feel the weight in his words, describing the immense emotional and painful journey for this family as they grapple with the truth that the man they lived with, the father of their children, was the Gilgo Beach Killer. And you know what's really incredible is that despite her own trauma, Asa Ellerup has consistently asked that the public's attention stay focused exactly where it should be, on the victims and their families who have suffered an absolutely immeasurable loss. The confession and the plea deal, they really mark the beginning of the end for this long, painful case. So let's look at the final chapter on this long road to justice. Yeah, this timeline really puts it all into perspective. The killing spree itself spanned from 1993 all the way to 2010. But this final legal chapter, it moved so much faster. The divorce was finalized, Heuermann entered his guilty plea, and his sentencing is just around the corner. Prosecutor Ray Tierney's words really bring home the ultimate takeaway, don't they? Heuermann really believed he could just erase these women, but he was wrong. Thanks to decades of police work and the unyielding fight of the victims' families, their voices were finally heard. And all of this, it just leaves us with a final, unsettling thought. The Gilgo Beach case is a stark reminder of the darkness that can exist just below the surface of ordinary life, forcing us all to wonder, how many secrets can a quiet suburban life truly hide?